me the opportunity to do it. So thank you. The poems that I'm going to read tonight speak about our connection to and our estrangement from the animal world and our own animal body. The first poem is a glosa, and it's based on 4 lines from Louise Glick's poem, Messengers, and I'll read those lines. You have only to wait, they will find you. The geese flying low over the marsh, glittering in black water, they find you. Slip the knot. You step through a gate into a summer field. Many horses are buried there. Others graze above the phantom herd. Call them back each night. You need to be this close to wind and fire made flesh. Wounded, you press your back to the earth, your aging body pulled to home ground. By the beat of hooves, you have only to wait, they will find you. The quiver of the wild beneath their skin, even their stillness is mercurial. How strange that we break them until they let us ride on their backs. You are meant to curry and brush, to pick hooves, haul hay, and shovel manure. Excluded from their bond, you stand apart. As one, their ears swivel to a rustle, the geese flying low over the marsh. Above the field, velvet blanketed and deep in a full moon sleep. Its single eye, the pond, keeps watch as hooves cry to hooves, the dead to the living. Your heart wilds and you are hoarse. You rear and buck. For a moment, you slip the knot that makes us other. The herd drifts to the pond to drink, their eyes reflections caught, glittering in black water. You walk toward the leader, a white mare. She is wary, then indifferent. You are not one of hers. In the morning, she will pin you in the entrance to her stall. Helpless, the pressure on your chest so acute, you will fear you have met your death. She will back off, and you will fall on your knees, still breathing. No matter how bruised, they find you. Each year, longing. Under the native plum's umbrella of shifting light and shade, I doze on the patio, open my eyes to a doe 10 feet away, her startled stillness. The deep pools of her eyes darken the air around her. Her gaze pins me to the chair. Pregnant, she will give birth in the wooded nook nearby. Each year, the same cycle. Her fawn will inherit darkling eyes that plumb my alien body. Each year, my stillborn longing. The endling. Endangered in their cloud forest on a Panamanian mountain slope above the Pacific, dozens of Rab's fringe-legged tree frogs rescued in 2005 moved to a shipping container at the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. A biologist's son named the last survivor Tuffy. 2 years before his death in 2016, after years alone in the frog pod, Tuffy's mating call, a hoarse bark, was recorded by the biologist. Years later, he often listens to Tuffy's song, haunted by the frog's gaze. Those eyes, like dark planets, foresaw a glut of species clustered on the brink. This next poem was published in the anthology Refugium, Poems for the Pacific by Caitlin Press, edited by Yvonne Blomer. Vanishing Point. She finds the last chinook washed up on Sombrio Beach, carries it home to ink its body, cover with rice paper. Blue jotaku. Her hands stroke the scales and ridges, lift the prints. By nightfall, a ghost school of chinook shimmers on every wall. In home's uncharted depths, she wakes underwater, pierced by an orca call, a pulse beat of mourning as the last cow and calf glide through the bedroom, drawn by hunger to the phantom salmon. She will wake 5,000 years ago on a Norwegian shoreline. Mesolithic woman, the first carver of whales on rock. And the last poem, How Far You Live from Your Animal Body. It sleeps in you, faint quiver of sinew, your tamed mouth, the architect of a word fortress the carnal can't scale. Through a window, you watch a spotted fawn burst from behind the viburnum, rush its mother and latch onto a teat, whole body a muscular suckling music. How to inhabit your animal body, awaken your howl. Climb out from under grief's landslide. Roll in anger's mud. Watch everything through wonder's raptor eye. Mark your territory. Brush against the big leaf maple, red osier dogwood, evergreen huckleberry. On your knees, all tongue and snout, pick up the scent of cougar scat. Nibble miner's lettuce, creeping blackberry. Hunt violet webcaps, shaggy manes and fat jacks. Unfurl your ears to a murder of crows feasting on an anthill, to the swoosh of great blue heron wings lifting from a koi pond. Your heart drums, eager to be off leash. Press your pelt against another's for solace, for desire's surge and ebb. Glutted, stumble into hibernation's torpor, wallow. That's that. Thank you.